Welcome to an episode of You Haven't Read What? I'm Krysta.
And I'm Christina. Join us to explore unique genres, childhood favorites, and literary classics as we dive into each other's favorite reads.
Where one of us is very familiar with the book, the other is reading for the very first time. Let's go. Hello.
How are you?
I've been putting ducks in a row.
I see that. We have our little army of ducks over here.
We have a bunch of little, they're really cute. They're fun.
Yep.
Fine.
Bob got them for his office, and he brought them home for water to take to school to give to literally anyone she wanted to. So
Anybody who wants it?
yeah, everybody's been getting ducks this week.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Apparently I have bowling on my mind.
Right.
So yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and play with ducks all night. So if you see me randomly playing with
Right.
ducks, don't worry about it.
So we have a lot of chapters to get into. So I think we're going to get started.
We have a
real
lot of
quick
content.
fast. I know it is.
Wait,
So it's 47 pages, which is the highest of all the pages for this book that I made. But yeah.
it's nice. It's very kind of you. I need to say thank you for not making me stop in the middle of any of these because I'm not sure I would have.
I know, right? Because, yeah, in chapter 31, we definitely get a lot of answers. Not all of the answers, but a lot of the answers.
Enough that I could sleep at night.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Instead of laying up going
Right. But yeah, so we did chapters 26 through 31. And we get a lot of answers in these ones. And some of the ones that you've been questioning were not correct.
Nope. I was giving 3 too much credit.
Right. But yeah, so
Let's start with that.
So anyways, the chapters names are Suddenly Seen, A Job, A Kiss, and a Lie, The Girl He Used to Love, Always a Big Spender, Hard Candy, and How About Help?
I like that one.
Right. So, shall we?
Yeah,
Would you like to start?
sure.
Okay.
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was she right not to say anything to anybody about Alan?
I think yes.
I agree.
Because when you're on anything that gossip can spread so quickly, and it's almost like a game of telephone at that point. And when you're playing telephone, the words are never correct. No. By the end. So I think in all honesty, yes. I think he's got a lot obviously going on in his own life, but he's also, playing the tricks of being in Hollywood too. So
Yeah.
while yes, he was super sad about his ex-wife.
Allowed.
Yeah.
Feel your feelings.
Yep, for sure. But I think it was also really nice of her to keep those thoughts to herself.
Yes.
And Travis to have kept his own thoughts too.
I think also conveniently she and Travis have the most to lose if
Definitely.
somebody comes after them.
Yep.
So it behooves them to not say anything.
Right.
But I completely agree with you. I think it's his business. They just happen to find out about it. And
Yep.
it's nobody else's business.
Right, exactly.
It's not affecting anybody else yet. He's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
He's not, besides his poor bowl that he's puking in. Like, the smell of his trailer.
Right.
Has feelings too. No.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, just let sleeping dogs lie. Just let it go. Go
Yeah.
about your job. Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, I think too that his almost unwillingness in a way to not tell people that they weren't lubbers.
Love with a B.
Yeah.
That was really funny.
Right. But I just was like, why let the rumor go? Like, I can kind of see it.
We have horrible ringing noises happening.
Yeah, we do. Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties. Maybe we're good. Oh, we're
Okay.
getting a thumbs up.
Yep, we're getting the thumbs up. Keep going. Okay, anyways. So, I can understand why let the rumors kind of go a little bit, but at the same time, it's her image, and her image is already horrible, just because, like, even out of her own power, and she doesn't even know
Milwaukee.
why. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I also wonder if since she's not from Hollywood, she's
Right.
not from any of this, if maybe this is the first rumor he's been involved in where the other person actually cares and
Right.
actually wants it. Because otherwise it's like, oh, you spend the night with the star. Look at you.
Right.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Exactly.
And people will be like, all right, if that, doesn't
that's
hurt
what-
me, then whatever.
Yeah.
Let it go. But she's like, no, like I actually have some
Right. Like,
pride in this particular thing. And also I know Mariel would not be a fan. So
right. Well, and there's that rule. Like, the rule is don't hook up.
yeah.
And so, like, she's very like, okay, I'm not going to.
Yep.
So hopefully that is at least. But I mean, at the same time, like, I don't know. I think Poppy and Ellen have a thing for each other,
I said, ooh, she does have feelings.
right?
Yeah.
Outside of 3 or her own like kind of issues and things like that.
Well, and she put it that she had like an odd tingling feeling
Yeah.
or something like that, warmth spreading. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you've forgotten what a crush feels like. It's been too
Right.
long.
Well, she also said something about her feelings being in her pants. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
that's right. She's like, I don't know what's happening. I'm like, come on.
You're not that far outside the game. Come on.
You're an adult.
right. You're in your 50s.
It's fine.
Right.
But again, I think it has been too long since she has allowed herself to potentially have that feeling. It's like, oh, this is new. This
Right.
is different.
Right. And I also think that, like, they really just needed to, like, between the two of them to kind of have that little flirt session.
They had a little flirt, but then she gets
pissed.
pissed.
Yeah.
Or she has a mean side.
Yep.
Like, man, that
she
argument
does
is
have a backbone.
heated.
Yeah.
I was like, whew.
But on her, it's really one-sided in a lot of ways.
Yes.
Like,
It's very
he
one-sided.
says some things, but he's not, like, totally, like,
He's not as
angry.
He's not upset by it.
no.
Yeah.
He's just thinks it's funny. And then they both have, like, this good, like, telling off and then laughing session together.
lubber.
And, yeah. The lubbers.
The lovers.
But yeah. I just was like,
Oh, it's still funny.
okay. Well, and at first I thought it was so she also, Ann Garvin also writes Habe
Oh.
instead of hate.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that must be like a typo. Thinking, and I even looked at my keyboard to see if the B and the T were close
next to
together.
each other?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they're not. And they aren't.
Nope.
But then he says it to her, and then it kind of keeps going. So then I was like, oh, okay. So that's not a...
The B is a thing.
Yeah.
The bubber, the lubber, the Habe.
I mean, when you're drunk, you just say weird things too. So
Accurate.
whatever. But yeah.
Truth.
And then 3, talking to Emily outside of Alan's trailer.
I said, ooh,
And
caught in
then,
a lie.
yeah, and then he lies.
He lies, and then she immediately starts justifying it? Or like,
She starts thinking it's her fault.
yeah.
Like, so my therapist actually calls it a whipping, like you're like a horse and you're whipping yourself.
Yeah.
Like when you have that negative thought and you automatically, or like something negative happens or something that even isn't in your control or whatever happens, and you have an automatic thought of going, oh, but if I had made dinner 5 minutes earlier, then this other thing wouldn't have happened. Like I wouldn't have broken that glass or whatever it is. And then you kind of start, it's basically like a whipping sensation at
Yeah.
that point. You're just mentally whipping yourself.
Self-blame for
Yep.
nothing.
Yeah. So she kind of goes down that path, and then she lies to him. So I was like, I mean, they
Okay.
both lied to each other. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah.
3 and Emily.
And it was Emily that started the rumor mill. I was like, dang
Yep.
it. At this point, I was very over Emily. Let's keep going. But
Yep.
at this point, I was very over both 3 and Emily.
Yeah.
You guys can both go away now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think Emily just has so much trust issues that she just doesn't know how to get outside of it.
Yes.
In that way.
So I start choking on air. I mean, kind of this is she has grown up in the Hollywood lights and blah, blah, blah and shenanigans. And so that is all she knows.
Right.
So she's like, okay, this is what we do. And it's like, well, but should you?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
She just doesn't know any better.
No.
She's self-admitted, never had a great parental figure in her life.
Right. Yep.
To teach her better. So, yeah, not a huge surprise, but it's also, grow up a little bit.
Right.
I'm tired of high school drama.
Yep.
As is Poppy, so it's fine.
For sure. I mean, in her defense, like in Poppy's defense, like she just doesn't understand why there's so much backstabbing. There's so many like talking, but in like code.
Talking, but without saying anything.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, but I think with Poppy, she's just like, and I really like this job. I really want this job.
I need this job to stay out of prison.
Right, exactly. But yeah. So her and Alan continue to flirt.
They have kind of a moment and then he leaves. Or I guess she
Right.
leaves with, does she take Kevin? No, she leaves Kevin.
Yeah.
And she runs out. Yeah. It's going to be a busy day.
Yep.
Yeah. To start the next chapter.
Go for it.
She does this. Why would 3 lie, quote, to me of all people? I was like, who do you think you are to him?
Well, for her, she thinks she is like,
I think she thinks they're together.
well, she doesn't think they're together because she definitely says he's not her boyfriend. But
Fair.
in a lot of ways, she's built up that love and that loss of love and that relationship in her head for so many years that now that they're close to each other again, it's almost one of those like, it's more than fantasy for her at this point. It's a long lost love that she's finally getting back together with.
That she thinks is being all rekindled and all of that.
Right.
Yeah. I just read that, like, to me of all people. And I was like, who are you?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are and who does he think you are? Because pretty much guarantee if you have that conversation, they don't line up.
No.
so like zip right past each other.
Right.
You go over, he goes under.
Right. And like, but he also kissed her. And so she is starting to like take all of these things from him and be like, okay, but like he wants to rekindle this relationship. Like, does he?
It's feeling
does he
her
not?
story.
Exactly.
It's feeling this. It's not feeling. It is fueling
Yeah,
the story she has made in her head.
Yep.
Which
for so long.
he's leading her on.
Oh, for sure. But we figure out why soon enough. In a couple of chapters.
We'll get there.
We also learned that he just like she has played up this guy in her mind for so long. And she even says it to herself, like she's finally starting to figure out what it is that she wants. She's starting to demand the things that she needs and that she wants out of her life.
Yay.
Whereas she never did that before.
Nope.
So
it does make me wonder if there's like a prequel to this story of like when Robin was in, say, upper elementary school, middle school, whatever. And like, how many times has Poppy thought of him? Mm-hmm. Like, is this a relationship that she has truly never let go?
yeah.
Or it is literally that run into at the airport really just all those feelings just came slamming back to earth.
Right.
I'm just kind of curious.
Yeah.
What the prequel would look like.
Right. And in a lot of the book, it's kind of written like she has thought about him throughout the years. She uses him as her fantasy guy when she's got her vibrator, and things like that. And so like she obviously uses him as that pedestal in a way. And unfortunately, people on pedestals don't stay on pedestals for long.
They fall very easily.
Yes, they do.
What's that the saying? The bigger they are, the harder they fall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or in Emily's case, she talks about his vehicle.
Yes. Oh my God, we'll get there.
But yeah, so
Thought it was interesting that Alan's alcoholic history is bullshit.
yep.
It's just a quote product of Hollywood. And I was like, how many stories do we read about on Facebook? And we kind of talked about this last week, but on socials
medias, yep,
and magazines and all this, that of these stars that have fallen from grace. And it's like,
Right.
but really?
Yep.
Have they?
I mean, look at Katherine Heigl. She was a woman on Grey's Anatomy. And she quit, and everybody's like, she was too high maintenance. She was horrible
hard
to
to work
everybody.
with
She was, exactly.
Demanding,
But if you look at her side, and actually what came out, it was that she was asking for specific things that should have been given to women on sets.
She's
no
like
matter
Puppy.
what.
She knew what she wanted, and she was demanding it.
Exactly.
And that's okay.
And unfortunately, in some of those worlds, those kinds of
Falls
things.
apart.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I like her, and she's in Suits. She's in the later versions. Later season of Suits.
Okay.
She's a badass in Suits.
I'm sure. But like there for a long time, Katherine Heigl was basically
she was like shunned.
She was basically blacklisted.
That's a better word.
Because of her being too demanding, too high maintenance, too forceful, not nice to the people, whatever it was. But it was all a lie. And even Ellen Pompey.
Ooh, I'm gonna put say
comes out and is like
Meredith Grey. Yeah,
that's really not what happened.
they've had interviews together.
Yep.
Yeah, that Ellen is interviewing her and is like, "Hey, we are actually fairly good friends."
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm not gonna come out and say we're besties here, but like, we're pretty good friends. We function together. We work together.
Right.
Like, why did the tabloids do this to you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with the fact that women in a lot of jobs, careers, whatever it is, if they ask for something specific, say it's for nursing, like if you're pregnant and you just had your baby and you need to nurse.
Shame on you.
I shouldn't have to sit in a closet on a stool.
Or a bathroom.
Like these are things that should happen no matter what, but don't.
Also do your PSA of a hot topic right now is all the DEI going away. Nursing rooms are DEI. The right for a woman to feed her child is DEI, and a lot of people don't recognize that.
Yep.
Like all those protections that I had after both my kids were born. Now, in fairness, my kids were both formula babies because my body did not get the memos to what to do.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't have to worry about it. But, like, those are protections that we should all care about.
Right, for sure. But it's like, it's that kind of world where his PR is just like, just roll with it. I mean, you've got this thing going on with the divorce. May as well keep rolling with being an alcoholic and go to rehab.
Make a different story.
Right.
Not sure it's a better story.
My curiosity, though, is did he actually go to rehab?
I think he just went on a nice vacation somewhere. He just went to Cancun and hung out for 2 weeks.
Right?
And
well, usually when a star like that, and from the book, he is a very high-profile star. So in that way, I think of people like Ryan Reynolds or
Matthew Perry.
Yep. Or like just any kind of really high profile star.
I got another name that's on the tip of my tongue. We talked about them a couple weeks ago.
Robin Williams?
Nope. Well, yes, but no. I'll get there later. Continue.
But anyway, so like high profile stars are like told to kind of like do certain things to make their names bigger. And whether it's right or wrong, we'll never know if it's correct or not.
Yeah.
And so it's one of those kind of things where you're kind of like, you have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Yep.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Take things with a grain of salt. And if you spill the salt, throw it over your shoulder.
Yep. Just kidding. You should.
I mean, yeah, it's a superstition.
What is that? I can remember there's a show that he
You
picks up
always
the
do it
whole.
over your other side.
He picks up the whole salt shaker and chucks it and nails the guy behind. I can't remember what show that's from.
That's
That might be
funny.
Friends, but yeah, he picks up the whole chunk. It's not
so
that. Like, that's great. Anyway, yeah. No, get to know somebody.
Yep,
Talk.
for sure.
And if you haven't met them, then shush.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just
Everyone has different stories.
yeah.
Speaking of stories, Alan was drinking with Travis's son.
Yeah.
And didn't know he had problems.
Yep.
Oh,
But again,
that hurt.
alcoholics
That hurt.
aren't going to admit that they're alcoholics most of the time. And Travis, so Poppy says Travis doesn't blame Alan. However, Alan blames himself.
Yep.
Travis blames himself. And neither of them have talked about it.
Nope.
And I think it's important when you are feeling guilty like that, you have to talk about it. Like,
find a professional.
Yep.
Or even the two of them sit down and,
Yeah.
I was going to say over a drink. Not over a drink in this case.
Right.
Bad idea. Over a plate of cookies.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Of just be like, hey, this was a shitty situation. It's shitty how it ended. Like,
Yep.
we both blame ourselves, but no love lost, and move on. Yeah.
Right.
There's
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, Travis is on bereavement still, so technically he's not even supposed to be there. But like he is, and it's something he's dealing with, and it's something he's moving past. But definitely, like him helping Alan shows that he's doesn't.
A good guy.
Yeah, and he doesn't feel like Alan deserves to feel guilty.
I mean, he GTFO'd as soon as there was puking, as I would have done, but
right,
that doesn't make him a bad person.
Right, for sure.
I'm out.
But yeah, so I think just they need to talk and figure it out. But
Travis needs to talk to somebody.
So have you seen Harry Met Sally?
No.
Okay, neither have I.
Oh, okay.
I don't even like. I know it's an '80s movie, obviously, and it has. Why am I blanking? It's not Meg Ryan, is it?
1989. Ooh, it's as old as I am. Cast. Come on. Yes, it is Meg Ryan. Billy Crystal. That's the other one who's in it.
Oh, yeah, because the book even talks about Billy Crystal.
Carrie Fisher's in that? Fascinating. Anyway.
She's one of the friends, I think. I don't remember. Anyways.
Her name is Marie in the movie. That's all I know.
I only think of Meg Ryan in, like, You've Got Mail.
Yeah. I've never seen that either.
I love that movie.
Sorry.
But anyways, because, like, I know bits and pieces of Harry Met Sally. I don't know
what
the
it's about.
I don't really know it.
Is that the movie we're watching after this?
I'm not telling, but
maybe we'll do it later.
Yeah, maybe.
Is there a book? Doubt it.
I doubt it. But yeah, so I was just kind of trying to figure out, like, I've seen their outfits. Obviously, I've seen, like, the cover of their movie and stuff like that before. But I was kind of like, I think I'd go and see a movie based, like, a recreation with dogs.
I mean, I'll see anything.
But I'm trying to
with
figure out what, like, Alan and Jeffrey's parts would be in these movies. I know they kind of are, like, the dogs' owners. Like,
are they speaking for the dog?
I don't know. That's what
I have so many questions.
Like, I want to see this movie now.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, but what do you got?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of notes.
Yeah, chapter 28. I got feisty. No, I didn't. What does 3 mean? All in a day's work. I don't remember what that was.
All in a day's work is when he talks about the tire being.
I thought that was the last chapter.
Oh, maybe it is.
What am I looking at? Chapter 29.
When 28. People are talking about rumors.
Maybe.
Is it the rumors?
Hold on. I will find. There we go. Chapter 28. Sorry. Yes. Poppy says people are talking, or text, I guess. People are talking about things that aren't true. And he said, yep, all in a day's work, all good, smiley face. So are rumors just all part of a day's work?
Essentially.
Or are ignoring them part of a day's work?
Probably both. I mean, in Hollywood, there's so many rumors. Like, the next, like, somebody fell on their face. Oh, okay. Oh, and somebody got into a car crash. Oh, okay. That's more news than the person that fell on their face.
It's true.
So, I mean, even people that, actors and actresses still have to pay to have their stars done on the Walk of Fame and stuff, and, like, to keep it maintained and whatnot. And I'm like, I thought that was, like, something that was...
Like the city did?
Kind of. Like, I thought that there were a bunch of names that people kind of, like, put into a hat, and then you nominated a bunch of names. They get into a hat, and then 5 of them get picked out. I didn't realize the stars actually had to pay to put their name on it. They can
why
would you even do it at that point?
Still
it's
big.
Icky down there. Have you ever walked it?
Oh yeah,
So gross.
a couple of times.
Ugh.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, it's not super glamorous. But it's
Nope.
also that, like, I don't know, it's part of the vibe, you've
yeah.
made it when you put your star down kind
Yeah,
of
I
thing. Like,
suppose.
yeah. Just kind of like the next thing.
Yeah.
And when you're making, 50 million a movie, like, who cares?
True. True. But yeah, I think it's those rumors, those things, and unfortunately, it is just kind of in an all in a day's work. Yeah.
All of it. I was like, that's too much work for me. That sounds like overtime.
Right.
I don't get paid enough for.
So, in this chapter, in 28, what were your first thoughts about what was going on with Emily, Christy, Jeffrey, and 3?
I started off chapter with a lot of questions.
Yeah.
I was like, who cares about the button? Why does Poppy care if Emily's talking to 3? WTF with the button? Christy was friends also. Is that the long lever he was referring to? Yeah, so many questions. I was like, what is happening here? I also laughed. I'm trying to remember who had it, but had the nervous leg bouncing up and down.
Emily.
Was it Emily that
Yep.
had the nervous leg?
Yep.
That is an engineering thing.
Is it really?
Yes.
That's so funny.
Or people who are more technically minded.
Okay.
That, like, my mom laughs, but when, like, me, Tim, my dad, and her, like, all at dinner, me, Tim, and my dad are all bouncing a leg. She's like, would you engineer stop?
Right.
She's like, you're shaking the table.
Right.
So I had to laugh. I was like, oh, I do that.
See, I'm just a fidgeter. I just am constantly moving. I keep telling Bob that I need to get one of those office chairs where, like, I can have, like, the armrest, and then I can also, like, move the legs around. It's called, like, an ADHD chair in a way. I don't remember what it's actually called.
That sounds
but
fascinating.
it's way more of a crazy office chair, and it costs a lot of money. But you can move it in so many different ways because, like, ADHDers, they never sit still.
Yeah.
Like, they just can't physically sit still. And I am definitely one of those. I totally did that yesterday, actually. I saw one thing, and then that led to another thing, and then that led to another thing, and I never ended up doing the one thing I was supposed to be doing. But yeah.
So, yeah. So basically all of my next notes are just all those questions. Like, okay, who cares about a stupid button? Why does Poppy care if Emily is talking to 3? Like, I was like,
Well,
okay.
because she still has feelings at this point.
She still has
feelings for him.
And she caught the two of them talking and him in a lie.
Yes.
So it's like, in her mind, there's something else going on there.
Yep.
And then, yeah, I did ask. I was like, is Christy the last love that he was referring to? That was like, this didn't end
The
well.
long one, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if that's Christy. I still don't know the answer to that, but I think the answer is no. But, or he just made it up. I can't decide.
True. I definitely think that Poppy and Alan would be a cute couple,
I agree.
and they keep flirting with each other, and she keeps feeling things in her pants that she doesn't understand.
And he went and talked to Mariel, like on the
Yes.
emotional side.
Yes.
That clearly they've got a little bit of physical
They-
fizz happening. But the fact that, like, even though it was kind of a one-sided, frustrated vent to him, he listened.
Yep. Yep.
And, like, he obviously cares about her feelings and cares what she thinks. So he went and talked to Mariel. And I was like, good for you.
Yep. Exactly.
That's very sweet.
Well, and I think he, like, feels like he owes her in a way. That, like, while he finds it funny and or whatever, like, he just doesn't care about the rumors, she obviously does.
Yeah.
And so he feels
He took that into consideration,
Exactly.
which is what you should do.
Exactly.
Do you have any chickenpox scars on your face?
Not on my face, no. My little brother had chickenpox on top of chickenpox. So my older brother and I had chickenpox at the same time. Kind of about the normal amount. My little brother had it in, like, triples. He had it inside of his ears, on his eyeballs, like,
You can
everywhere.
get it under your skin. I had chickenpox under my skin.
Ooh. He has scars on his butt from Sorry, little brother.
You've been ousted.
I know, right? I don't have any actual chickenpox scars, though.
The one on my nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dead center of my nose. I got the one.
That's funny.
Here's the fun fact. I got the chickenpox twice.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Not supposed to be a thing.
No.
So did my brother.
Does that mean you're more susceptible to shingles?
I have no idea.
Because I know that shingles is based on chicken pox.
But it's also supposed to be not a thing if you got the chickenpox vaccine,
Right.
which I also got.
I'm assuming I got it after because, like, it's one of those things that's basically eradicated now.
Yeah. I don't think our kids will get it.
No, because they have the shots and stuff.
Yeah.
I obviously got it before I got the shot. So I'm assuming that the shot just kind of came out after most of everybody got the chickenpox, and then it just kind of went away from there.
I got vaccinated and then got them twice. I'm not the poster child for chickenpox.
Right. Or you are. And this is what not to do.
Don't do that. It's terrible.
They are. They're
And
horrible.
it wasn't just like, oh, you got them like a couple months apart and they just didn't go away. No, the first time I got them, I was like 3, maybe 4. And the second time I was in 3rd grade.
Oh, wow.
Huge year span.
Yeah.
And yeah, my brother and I both got them twice. And we got
wow.
them very lightly the first time. And my parents were like, whew, we got away with that one. Like, super light. Yeah, came back with a vengeance 10 years later.
Oh, wow.
So not quite that long, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. But I was like, she was talking about her chickenpox scar in her head and she was rubbing it. And I was like, I do that with my nose.
That's so
I had one right
funny.
in the middle of my nose.
That's funny.
But yeah, things our kids won't have to worry about.
I know, right?
God willing, although we got measles going around again. So who the hell knows what they're going to get.
Well, I keep wanting them to just eradicate lice because
Oh, you went
That-
through so many
yes,
rounds of
I-
that this year.
excited. I mean, it was technically one round
Continuous.
that just kept going. So, I almost shaved off Water's head. Let's just put it that way. Like, we almost shaved it because,
You should have.
I mean,
That's what they do in the office.
it's just one of those things. I was like, can't we just, like, for all of the things that we can make extinct, I can give you an entire handful of things that should be extinct.
Lice on that list.
Lice is definitely on that list.
Where in the food chain? What else does it take out if lice is gone? I doubt the answer is much, but
No, lice should not be in existence, like ever. Like bed bugs. Like, what are their purpose?
I'm sure they keep something alive.
Except to be nuisance. I mean, Bob's allergic to bed bugs. He, if he gets bit, he rashes out his entire body rashes out really badly. Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been bit.
Yeah.
Gross. Anyway,
See? Things you knew or didn't know.
yeah. So WTF with this button? I was so confused reading this.
Yeah.
What the hell is up with this button?
Well, and he sounds like 3 sounds so peachy. Like
Yeah.
not really. But Alan's
Peachy would go steal the
assessment,
keys.
right? But Alan's assessment of 3, she promises not to get angry. And he gives the assessment of 3, and she is beyond pissed.
She does a very good job keeping it internal, though.
Yes.
Because she kept her, I'm
her
not going to say
back
promise,
to him.
but she kept her word with Alan and
Yeah.
didn't freak out.
Yeah.
And she got very short and quiet. And yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
But at that point, too, like, she's starting to learn that her inner vision of this person, kind of like her dad.
Maybe not what it seems.
Yep. So it's just kind of one of those things where I'm just kind of like, I feel bad for her. But at the same time, she's also like,
She's got to learn.
okay, so here's where I struggle.
Okay.
I feel really bad for her, but she is 50, dude. She has learned a lot in her lifetime. And
She's been through some shit.
She has. And yet she still hasn't learned from all of that crap until now.
Well, that's why I thought it was funny when Alan says, you don't need a father, Poppy. And I wrote 1, yes, she does. And 2, what does she need then? Is kind of what I then like, ...
That was totally an innuendo, for sure.
Yeah, a little bit. But I still like that. Like, he was like, you don't need a father. And I was kind of
Right.
like, yeah.
I mean, she could
She'd
call
actually
him daddy.
benefit from that. Call him daddy.
I mean, she could call him daddy.
Oh, boy. Okay. But yeah, I just thought that was an interesting, I don't know, just parting as he was walking out. But I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I mean,
like,
in all honesty, like, yes, could she use a father figure? Yes.
she could have 30 years to go. But
Right, exactly. Now it's more of she needs to see what her rose-colored glasses are not seeing
Yes.
at this point.
She needs to see who people really are.
Yep. And stop hiding behind the nice Midwestern
Milwaukee.
vocade.
However Travis
facade.
says it, I think it's cute. Milwaukee.
Yeah.
He says it funny. I like it. Yeah. But then 3 is intimidating and mean to those under him. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's a sign.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Well, and even like when they call the end of the day, whatever. That's a wrap.
That's
there
a
we
wrap.
go.
Yeah. Sorry.
The end of Friday. Like her just like she ignores the message from 3. She doesn't even want to talk to Robin. She doesn't want to talk to Chelsea. She doesn't want to talk to anybody. She just wants to do something normal. And I totally can be down with that because
Yes.
I can just feel it as a person that has had those kinds of weeks so we had some friends in North Dakota that used to do concerts, like huge concerts. And we'd be out there for a week or 2, helping get the concerts ready and everything like that and doing the concerts, put together breakdowns, all that. And it's a lot of work.
It's a ton of work.
And at the end of it, you're just like, I'm going to sit on my couch
And do
I'm not going to talk to
nothing.
a single person. Like, I just want to sit and veg.
Well, and I also get overstimulated very easily. So especially like, it's nice now that I'm in my new office. I can bring headphones with me. So
yeah.
I can kind of just like, sometimes I don't even turn anything on. Sometimes I have a podcast playing. Sometimes I,
Yeah.
turn on music. A lot of times I just use them as earplugs.
Yeah.
Especially when things get kind of loud and, cube farmland around me. But otherwise then I'm just like, I get up in the morning, quick shower, dress, whatever, little
Right.
bit of quiet. And then I immediately have 2 kids needing me. Then I'm trapped in a car with a 3-year-old. A little bit of quiet in the car. And then in a potentially very noisy office.
Yeah.
And then again, trapped in a car with a 3-year-old. Helicopter. Mom, I say the helicopter. It's at the helicopter house. That's a hospital, honey. It's a helicopter house. Okay, whatever.
Whatever you want to call it.
He just doesn't stop. I love you, dude. But you just, why? That's not an answer. Why?
Yep.
And then I go home and then have 2 of them talking. And my husband, who's been trapped in the house all day in silence talking. And I'm like, I need you all to walk away for 10 minutes.
Right.
'Cause
Yep.
I just need a minute.
And see, I found with Bob, like, when he gets like that, I'm like, okay, like, I'll take water and you can cook dinner. Be by yourself for a little bit. But then I get the same way
Then it's
that
the flip.
Tim is, like, where I'm like, I'm in a home all day talking to myself. Like, I
Now, in
need
fairness, he's in
connection.
meetings all day talking, like mostly listening, but in some meetings, leading the meetings
Right.
and talking. But it's still different.
Yep.
Like it's still that like
You've been by
nothing's
yourself.
chill.
Yeah.
He's still by himself with the dog. He gets
Yeah.
lolly.
True.
He locks her. He locks the 2 baby gates, so she's forced into his office. He's like, "Ha ha, you will love me."
Right.
And she does love it. But yeah, that's so I was also kind of that. But I was also thinking, I was like, okay, let's break this down. Maybe you don't want to talk to Robin and Emily because both of those would just add stress. Robin,
Right.
especially if she's still sleeping on the floor of the kids' rooms
Yeah.
or is still doing this in her head about nursing, like, and then Emily, you know what the hell's going to come out of her mouth.
Right.
So I think that would add stress. And then with Chelsea, I think she doesn't want to talk to her because I don't think she wants to hear I told you so.
Yeah. And she doesn't want to rehash everything with 3, and she doesn't want to rehash the IRS stuff. And
Well, so I made that note because she doesn't want to talk to anyone. Robin, Emily, Chelsea.
Yep.
And then she wanted to say something about like if she left, she would no longer see Travis Allen or Muriel.
Yeah.
3 was never in either of those thoughts.
Oh.
He was
Interesting.
completely left out of her. These are the people I don't want to talk to.
Right.
And if I got fired, these are the people I would miss.
Well, so the reason I was putting him in that is because he texted her asking if she wants to get together.
Yes.
And that's when she goes, I don't want to talk to anyone.
Yep.
And so that's why I guess I put it as,
I think she's confused with him. I think that's why she doesn't want to talk to him.
yeah. Yeah, because it does say that seemed less threatening than deciphering 3 in his mixed messages or estimating the value of a button in my kit that held the key to staying employed.
Hell's up with this
I
button?
didn't want to talk to Emily, Robin, or Chelsea. I wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he does text her, which is why I kind of put him in
That's
that
fair.
spot.
Yeah, she kind of lumps it in there of I'm not talking to any of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, just that then again, if I get fired, she explicitly calls out the people she would miss as
Right.
Travis, Alan, and Mariel. And I was like, no 3 in that? You ready to cut them out?
Yeah. So she's starting to learn that she wants to stay for herself, though.
Yeah.
And it's not
And
about
she's
the house.
enjoying it.
Yeah. And see, like,
It's weird.
the part of it, though, is like she doesn't want to do it for the money. She doesn't want to do it for the house or to save her life that she had in Wisconsin. She wants to do this for her. And she is enjoying it. Like, I was telling my therapist today, I thrive when there's a lot of chaos. And, like, I can get that stuff done and do the work and whatever. And I think she's a lot like that, where she just is like, I don't want to be just a mom anymore. I don't want to be a
I think she's also
coupon
recognizing
person.
she can't be just a mom anymore.
Right.
Not necessarily she doesn't want to be, which
Well,
is
and because
also
Robin's leaving.
important growth.
Yep.
But an important recognition, maybe not wait till your kids are 18 to recognize that you're not just a mom.
Right, for
But,
sure.
But that, like, even if that's, I want to be, quote, just a mom, like, you can't anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
For
that's
sure.
gone.
Yep.
You're always a mom. But
Yes. Yeah.
she is out of
But
the
you're
house.
not a 24-hour.
The bird has spread her
service
wings.
anymore.
The robin, oh my God, has spread her wings
Oh my
and is
God.
flying. That worked out a lot better than I thought it would.
Right. So what was the very last thing you said for that chapter?
Ooh, Christy.
So I was like, the infamous Christy is on the line.
I also made a little note that the title was not in this chapter, unless I missed it. But I was like, I think I missed
Yeah,
something.
I don't think that one was in there.
It was just a weird caught my eye.
Yeah.
It
no,
doesn't
I
matter.
believe
It's
that one
completely
wasn't in there.
irrelevant, but
Yeah.
it just caught my mind that I was kind of like looking for that because I think I was thinking that Poppy was the girl 3 used to love.
Yep.
And I was kind of waiting for that in the chapter, and then it wasn't there. I was like, oh, dang it.
And I took it as more of an Alan and his ex.
I could see that with the last chapter. Not so much with this one,
Okay. Yeah,
because he was less in this chapter,
that's true.
besides being on set,
Right.
just existing.
That's true.
Yeah, but ooh, maybe Christy.
So, always a big spender.
I was like, ooh, she wants to call. Is she older? Is she stereotype? Is this older? That turns out to be a lie.
I think it's
but
just going to be easier. Like,
I
I
completely
call Cassie
agree.
every once in a while, and I'm like, it's just easier to just, like, spill all of my words and let me go off on these random tangents, and then instead of just texting you, like,
my mom's
an
what I call.
entire huge paragraph.
Yes. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I call my mom.
Yeah.
Great. I got 30 minutes in the car. We're talking for this whole 30 minutes.
Exactly.
About what? Who knows?
So, I wrote, there's so much cloak and dagger with this
Yes.
conversation
This conversation is so confusing from the start.
until Christy finally opens up.
Yes.
But what I don't understand is Poppy says twice, just tell me what's going on.
Or I'm gonna hang up.
Christy is kind of like she kind of like lets on certain things. And then she finally has this moment of, okay, I'll start from the beginning.
I think
And I'm
she
like,
finally does.
Shouldn't you have done that already?
I think she had her walls still up in a like, I got to protect myself. I got to protect everyone else involved kind of way. And then
Right.
realized, wait a minute, if I open up to you, I already don't have a job.
Right.
These other people can't tell you these things. Otherwise they won't have a job.
Right.
So I've got nothing to lose. I think she needed to work through it
Yeah.
and, relax a little bit more on the porch with a cigarette.
Right?
Okay, whatever helps you relax. Don't smoke. But like, I think it took her a few minutes to recognize, like, I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
And that this person really is this clueless.
Well, and that's the thing is like nobody trusts Poppy, but then Poppy's like, well, like,
Okay, goodbye.
right, exactly. But Christy even says the same thing and is like, well, nobody liked you from the beginning, so why not try and listen to my story and trust me? So,
Yeah.
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 But so the conversation when she starts going, yeah, this old guy, I wrote, an age isn't a number when you are young.
Nope. So that's by her wanting to call, I was like, ooh, stereotype. Does this mean the stereotypes of the book that she's a little bit older? And then I was like, nope, she's young. I was like, LOL.
Yep. She, yeah. I find it funny when younger generations, because like, even when I was that age, like, I used to say older.
Was anybody over like 25?
Right? Exactly. But like, you don't.
If only.
We've talked about that too, where we're kind of like, when we're in that younger stage of life, we don't necessarily see all of these things as being like something that could actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so in some ways, you're just kind of like, yeah, this old guy that I was talking to at lunch. Like, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I thought that was really funny.
You're going to get there too someday. It's okay.
And then you very quickly realize, yeah, I heard, oh, fuck. They have the same money motivations and troubles. Mm-hmm. And 3 is taking advantage.
Yep.
I was like, they're the same person.
Yeah, essentially.
They have the same concerns and needs. And
Yep.
yeah, very quickly. I was like, uh-oh.
Well, and I was like, oh, Poppy, the 3 balloon has fully popped.
Yeah. Also, whoa, she was paying some of his bills when they were dating?
Yeah.
Big all caps, no. No.
I mean, in all honesty, I can kind of see that as being underlined, written in there when she talks about him from that past time of going like, yeah, he had borrowed my car, he did whatever, blah, 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 blah.
I wrote, this really puts shit, was it here or the next? Oh, no, that was the next chapter, but whatever. I'll put it in here. I was like, this goes back to the first chapter that I called him out, maybe first or second chapter, when she said it was cute. He would leave the empty OJ in the fridge as a love note. And I was like, no, he's lazy. No,
Like,
he is
add it to
cheap
the
and
grocery
lazy.
list, right?
Like,
You don't leave it in the refrigerator. You throw it away and you add it to the grocery list if that's what the rules are of the house. Like,
I was annoyed by it 22 chapters ago. I am now extremely annoyed by this
Right.
empty OJ in the fridge.
right, exactly.
Probably far more than I should be.
Well, and the fact that like she's like thinking back on all these things, like, oh, these were actual like red flags. Like these were things that actually I should have been like, blue, blue, blue. Like,
You wrote the
maybe I
balloon
should-
is popped. I wrote the cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, exactly. And like, so we did a little bit of research just before we got on here about the word hubris, because Poppy uses it in her thoughts of 3. And hubris and narcissism are related concepts, but they differ on how they manifest. So while hubris is a character flaw, narcissism is a personality disorder. And I thought that was interesting just because of the fact that, like, Christy calls him a narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
And Poppy thinks of him as being just hubris when he was younger. And now I kind of can see how those two could be kind of together, especially with 3 and whatnot. Now I'm wondering if it's just a character thing or if it's actually a personality for him.
I personally think it's more of a character flaw, and I think he's a con artist.
Okay.
I think it's a choice to be, well, although he was doing it so long ago that,
like, part of me,
I don't know.
I even write, I was like, was 3 kind of using Poppy to like, okay, this is a really horrible example, but it's the only one I can think of.
run with it, girl.
When serial killers start out by doing the wrong thing at the beginning, but they keep going and they learn all of their techniques by like the 3rd or 4th person. I almost kind of wonder if that's what 3 is kind of like, where he, in his youth of early 20s, was using Poppy in that sort of fashion of, okay, how do I get to where I want to go? And how can I use her to help me?
I wonder, and I this is probably we'll never know. I wonder if back in the youth, if it was intentional or not, or if he was kind of slowly, honestly, being taught, being groomed, for lack of a better term,
And Christy talks about being groomed.
Poppy and others.
Yep.
Yeah. Poppy and other girls, that he could get away with this.
Yeah.
He was hot. He was kind. He said all the right things.
Right.
He came over at the right times. He was respectful of her kid, which I got.
Yeah.
So I got to give him some credit for that. Little tiny bit of credit. And all of this. And I think he slowly learned, again, through multiple women, not just Poppy, probably guys too, just at work.
Right.
That was like, if he kept this charismatic and stayed within the lines, that then he could get little favors.
Right.
And then the favors slowly grew.
Yep.
And are now this huge atomic bomb over his head. And that's
Yeah.
all he knows.
Right.
So yeah, that's interesting. It's either more of the narcissism that he's just had from a kid.
Yeah.
And just grew up knowing he could get away with shit.
Right.
Or, yeah, a little bit more hubris of just society taught him he can get away with these things.
Right. And
I don't know.
Like, unfortunately, we probably never will know. But at the same time, like,
can ask the
author. Right. But at the same point, like, it makes me wonder if, like, the relationship he had with Poppy wasn't, like, really a relationship with Poppy.
If he was using her.
If he was just using her for a place to stay or, like, food and things like that, or her vehicle.
He's not a great guy, but still just using someone who has a kid, that's still quite a
they
commitment.
were together for a couple of years, but it's not like he could have been seeing other people too. Like, we don't know what they're, and she just kind of,
were they exclusive?
Kind of kept her glass, like her rose-colored glasses on with that relationship. Like, he's the most amazing guy.
She also had
He
so much
uses her
else to
for
focus
everything.
on. How just exhausted and blinded were you with a 1-year-old?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know how I was useful at work some days.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
No, like they talk. I mean, it's actually a chemical thing, but mom brain is a thing.
Yep, for sure.
And just that haze that you exist in for years. Craziness.
So scientifically, they've found that a mom doesn't come back to her true and full self for 7 years after having your child.
You're there. I'm so close.
Yeah, I'm almost there. She's not quite 7.
Oh, that's right. Yours is younger.
Yes.
My bad.
But yeah, like, which is one of the reasons
Does
why.
it become 14 years with the second and then 21 years with the third? It's like dog years as you have kids.
Not necessarily, but yeah.
I want credit for more time. Come on.
Right. Right. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, if you're having kids multiple back to back to back to back to back.
Oh my gosh.
Then you do have that chemistry change and everything. And so,
It's rough.
mom brain is
Mom
a
brain.
complete
Oh
thing.
God.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I didn't believe it. And then I was like, what did I do? I did one thing. I think I put like face wash in my hair when I was in the shower or something. And I just like laughed on the floor. Because I was just like,
Sounds about right.
oh my God, like my brain is so done.
Yep.
I was like, no, you're an engineer. You're smart. Like you can do this.
And then the funny part is, like, we literally do it. And
we
we do get
somehow
past it.
do.
And somehow we do. But at the same time, we guilt ourselves into thinking, like, we whip ourselves into thinking that we didn't do the
do it
right things. And we didn't
perfectly.
do it the correct way. And all of these other thoughts
Society.
and processes.
Leave moms alone.
Right?
Shut up. We're all doing our best.
But yeah, like, just kind of thinking about all of that and the relationship she had with 3 at that time. It's just
Yeah.
like,
She had a lot going on.
yeah, there's a lot even. And then for her to, like, hold all of that in as a, like, this is what I want for my future and things like that. So,
Yeah.
But now it's completely popped and it's gone. So,
The cats are running.
yep, for sure. So did you ever make hard candy the way
I
she
don't-
described it?
I don't think so. I kind of want to go try it now.
I know, right? I thought the same thing. I was like, ooh, that'd be a fun experiment for the kids.
It's almost summer.
Yeah, exactly.
We have nothing but time.
All right. Okay.
Nope.
Well, I mean, I remember doing something like it, but I don't remember how it turned out or how you got to that point or whatever.
You know what? Now that you're, yeah, I think I
Like as a
probably did like as
science
a
class thing.
like as a string.
Yeah.
I think I did it on string, and then it grew around it. We have had, I'll do a little plug here. National Geographic and a few others have crystal growing kits that
Okay.
are really cool.
Okay.
And our oldest has done a couple of those. You can make different colors and all of this.
Yeah.
And yeah, she loves making those. It's kind of the same thing, just you're just crystallizing instead of, you're crystallizing, I don't remember what the chemical is, instead of sugar.
Okay.
And so it's the same idea. Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are really cool. National Geographic has some really fun science kits.
Well, we'll have to do it with the kids. I think
That's a
that'd be
fun
fun. So yeah.
This is where I said, see my previous comment about the empty juice containers.
Right.
It's lazy.
Right.
An excuse.
And I was like, Mama Poppy Bear, Poppy
Yes.
Bear is coming out for 3.
Yes.
No one messes with her future, and she is trying to secure for Robin and herself.
I wrote, there's the badass.
Yep.
Now she's here.
Exactly. Like
She ain't going anywhere.
she's like, no, like he's not gonna mess with me and my child's future. She's going to become a nurse if that's what
That's still
Robin
what she
wants
still
to
wants.
do.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, but still, like I was like, Poppy's coming for him.
The dynamic duo are off.
Right? Exactly.
Okay. What does Emily have against Kevin? Is she allergic to him or something?
No, it has not. I don't think it really has anything to do with Kevin. I think it more has to do with that, like, she's not a warm and fuzzy person. And
She needs to spend more time with Kevin.
the dog is a reminder of her grandmother who has dementia.
Oh, fair. Okay.
And so,
okay.
like, in her world, it's
That is a direct correlation to family.
right.
Yeah, okay. Just when she's like, leave Kevin here. I was like, what the hell do you have against the dog?
Yeah.
Let the poor dog come. He's in a little kangaroo pouch. He's happy. Leave him alone.
And I keep thinking, when does this dog eat, pee, and drink water?
She
and
lets him out every
Every
morning.
once in a while, you see like all of these like little tiny mentions of it, but it's not enough because she's like, oh, you've been sleeping for like 30 hours. And I'm like, okay, but when is this dog going to eat and pee? Like, is she going inside the trailer?
Oh,
Like,
God, I
where
hope
is
not.
What
Oh.
is it going on?
Puke and dog piss smell together.
Ew.
Oh, sorry.
Gross, dude.
Sorry, everyone.
So how many people on set think that 3 is a shady person?
Yeah. Everyone, it sounds like.
I know. And Emily's like, everybody believes that, but then at the same time, everybody also believes all of his BS.
They have no proof.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just was like, how many people really think he's shady?
I guess Travis didn't know any better. He probably thought he was just, so that's also the question is how many people below the line, so like the Travis and
Yep.
the non-Allens, just think he's just a jerk. Not
Right.
necessarily shady, but just
Just
like he's just not nice to us. Okay, he's not the first, he won't be the last, unfortunately.
right.
So let it go.
Like, but here's the thing too, is that no one has liked Poppy
Yeah.
from day one
Day one.
because of 3.
Because of their association.
So, like, and from what I've gathered, or what we gathered from Alan and what he said about 3 is that he's not nice to people below the line. And so it's kind of that part that I wonder if maybe just everybody thinks that he's just
He's just
like
a
you said,
jerk.
he's just a jerk.
Not
and everything.
necessarily shady, just a
Right.
jerk.
But then on the other hand, once everybody thinks that Alan and Poppy are lovers, they're like, "Oh, you want to go to lunch with
Yeah,
us?"
they're
Like,
so nice to her.
what is going
Good
on
for
right
you. Like, okay.
Right.
What's happening?
I'm just like, what is going on right now?
I
But yeah.
thought that was funny.
So what do you think of Emily now as we're coming to the last chapter? We're not quite there yet, but
So close. I definitely, she's gone up a few points in my book. I at
Okay.
least understand.
more.
I understand her intentions a little bit more. I still think she has a lot of maturing to do.
Oh, for sure. She's just barely in her her early 20s or 19, something like that.
Oh God, she's a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she still has, and I think also she has, on top of maturing, I think something that a lot of teenagers slowly remember to do, maybe by the time they're 20, is how to speak to somebody who's older than them.
Yeah.
How to speak to an adult.
Yeah.
And she has not figured that out yet.
Well, because she didn't have any adults in her life.
Right.
You have to think that most of the people that should have been adults in her life were not adulting.
Yeah.
Like they were
off doing their own thing.
right. And she was there raising herself, being the adult.
Yeah. That's where Emily now has a clingy mom because her mom effed up.
Right.
Which is, I mean, again, very teeny bit of partial credit to her mom for trying now.
And knowing that she messed
And,
up.
and admitting that she screwed up.
Yep.
But, and hopefully, again, here's the sequel to this book, is the two of them making amends.
Right.
Emily and mom in therapy. And so, yeah, so I think just being alone so long, she has a lot of catching up to do. Also Hollywood, so yeah. Yeah, no, I like her more. She's gained some points. I at least understand her. Not necessarily I like her more. I understand her more, which is nice. But yeah, she still has some figuring things out to do.
Yep. Well, and I think everybody at that age kind of does. So.
Yes.
Okay.
Very sure.
Last question for that that chapter before we get into the last one. Who did you think Poppy was going to get to help them with the plan?
Oh, I knew it was Travis.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't really know anybody else. Muriel is not gonna.
Not on a Saturday.
She's not
gonna
interested
be there.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, not going to 3 yet, obviously. I was like, I don't think she knows or trusts anybody else yet.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I knew she was going to
I just
Kevin.
love the fact that Travis comes down out of the catwalks and Emily's like asking these questions and she just goes, not now. And Emily actually trusts her.
Yeah.
And is okay with that.
Emily clearly has a lot of respect for Christy.
Yes.
And as soon as Christy sent a message that said, she's okay, go talk to her, she's on board.
Yeah.
There's no questioning it anymore.
Though she does say she doesn't know if she should trust her.
But
So
she
there is still that.
understands enough to just shut up and go. That
Yes.
Christy gave her enough confidence to just shut up and go with it.
Yep, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And then before we find out about Jeffrey, did you think that Emily and Jeffrey were an item?
Oh, yeah, totally.
It definitely kind of
Heck, they still might
way.
be. No.
Right? Maybe.
No.
But yeah.
We'll get to that. I have a very funny note about the end of this chapter. I'm going to hide from you. I'll put my duckies on top of it. No. Leave my ducky army alone. Yeah, so you kind of get this. Poppy has been clinging to Robin. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because she feels. Okay, sorry. This is the note finally just popped in my head about that's what you meant to write, idiot. Is that Emily has a clingy mom because her mom effed up and has admitted it. Mm-hmm. Is Poppy clingy to Robin because she feels guilty about no father figure?
I don't think it's guilt about a father figure. I think it's more guilt from the fact that Poppy didn't have a mother figure and didn't know how to be a full mom to Robin.
Interesting.
I honestly think that throughout Robin's life, Poppy has overcompensated because A, she didn't know what she wanted out of life. Mm-hmm. She didn't know how to stand up for herself. She's in her 30s when she had Robin.
She's
33 when she had Robin. Older than me when I had Water.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, like, but it's one of those things where, like, Robin didn't have a dad. Poppy didn't have a dad that she could trust or even look up to. Didn't have a mom that was around. Like, she didn't know how to say yes, or she said yes too much. She didn't know how to say no. She was too much of a people pleaser. She didn't know what she wanted out of life. She quit school. Like, she was overcompensating because she felt she needed to.
Okay. I think I like that more than feeling guilty. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I don't think it really has a lot to do with guilt for her. I think it honestly has to do with just the fact that she felt she didn't know what to do.
I just like that Emily read into that and nudged her and was like, not now. And like just read her mind. And so I did that like.
We can deal with Robin later.
My mom feels guilty.
Yep.
So what does she as a mom feel guilty about? But I think you're right. I think it's more overcompensation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she shouts up to Travis, it's Saturday morning idiot management.
Yep.
Ruffle.
Yep.
I thought that was amazing.
Yeah. But I think at the same time, so like for Emily too, like we're starting to see that like Poppy has this mother, like, I need to be a mom to everyone.
Yes.
And now I really like Christy too. And I need to protect her and help her. And now I want to help and protect Jeffrey and Emily. All of these
Biting
things.
off more than she can chew.
Like, dude, just focus. Focus. So then she decides, we're going to go find the suit.
Yep. And so they get up there. I had to laugh because then they're talking about, hey, one of them, I can't remember who, mentions that, like, yeah, one of Harry Potter's robes and Dorothy's slippers
Jeffrey.
are in the Smithsonian. Yes. And I was like, that's the Smithsonian of American History. It is my favorite one.
In
If
DC,
you're ever
right?
in DC,
Yep.
go to the American History Museum.
Yep.
Smithsonian. It's amazing.
So it does have the hair. I knew it had the slippers
It-
because I've seen the slippers, but I didn't know if it had
So
the Harry Potter.
I Googled it.
robe.
It's had the robes off and on. They are technically owned by Universal. They are not owned.
Okay.
There are no Harry Potter robes owned by the Smithsonian.
Right.
They have
Yes.
been on rental off and on.
Yeah.
I never saw them in the
Okay.
years I could find. It may have been there like the first year we lived in DC, but then
Okay.
not until I was like, I don't remember ever seeing that, and I would have remembered that.
Well, I'll be in DC in a couple weeks, so
Let me know.
maybe I'll go. Take
So
a look.
that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
It's where the Star Spangled Banner, the flag
Yeah.
that Francis Scott Key turned around and saw, like,
Yeah.
it's in shreds now, but it's on display there. And then my other favorite part of that is all the First Ladies' gowns.
Oh, yep.
It's most of them that they've worn to inaugural balls,
Yeah.
but it's also like, wasn't necessarily an inaugural ball for Mrs. Jefferson.
Right.
And so, but it's like seeing the dresses over time. And of
Yeah.
course it's in the fluffiness and like, they're so short. Like all the first ladies are so short
Yeah.
until you hit more modern times. Then you get
Well,
like,
yeah.
Mrs. Obama is very tall. And then, yeah. But that's my other favorite place to
Yeah.
wander. If you're in DC, go to the American History Smithsonian.
Yeah.
It is my favorite.
For sure.
And yes, the ruby slippers are definitely there.
Yes, I have seen them.
I've seen those. I have pictures of those. But yeah, I went looking and I was like, I
Yeah.
never took any pictures of Harry Potter robes, which means they weren't there because
So
I
you
would have
did
taken
look
pictures of
something
Harry
up
Potter's
this
robes.
week.
Yeah, but it resulted in nothing. So
But you said you didn't do any
It's true.
research.
It's true. It's true. Anyway, then Emily offers to call Robin,
Yes.
which is cute.
That is super sweet. Do you
I'm
want
not
me to talk to her?
I'm not sure I trust her yet to talk to her.
I think she needs a little more information about Poppy's life before she can have the information to talk to Robin. Because Robin has no clue what's going on right now.
No.
Like, none. Whatever.
Also, again, on this, Emily has a lot of maturing to do.
Yep.
I think they would just spin each other up and not actually accomplish anything.
I mean, but they might also be able to bounce off ideas and like thoughts of what has gone on and things like that. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
And they're both in big cities now.
Yep.
So they would at least understand that vibe. But
Yep.
yeah,
So
then is when we find out about Jeff.
yes. So we find out that Jeffrey is gay and that he is also an only child, just like Emily. And
That's
so
why
they both have kind of a very close relationship in that way. However, we also learn that Jeffrey is a lot like Christy and Poppy, where while his other two films tanked because of the pandemic and everything,
Just fair.
he
A lot of
is
stuff
still
did.
in money issues. And he's also in his early 20s. And when you make a lot of money when you're first growing up,
You do
know,
dumb things.
Yeah, you do a lot of dumb things.
See, go to college, be broke. It's better.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Don't do that.
But yeah, so I think like he's just he's learning about himself. And so he's also very vulnerable when it comes to 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
sense.
They're all very easy targets.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. For anybody looking to take advantage.
Yeah.
And yes. Still not cool. He told Poppy to come to his trailer and he was naked. It makes a little bit more sense now. Still not cool. Don't
Yeah,
do it.
For sure.
Grab a bed sheet.
Right, exactly. Anything would have been fine. So
Grab Kevin.
it Kevin hadn't
you
been
said
on
anything.
her. Kevin hadn't been strapped to her.
Can you imagine, though? She knocked on Alan's door and whoop, here, got the dog. Nothing to see here.
Oh my God.
I'll give you that visual for the night.
That would be funny.
Poor Kevin.
So I agree with Poppy's internal monologue when it comes to unlearning things. I think at some point in life, every single person, no matter if you had the perfect, picture perfect, like growing up, whatever life, to the most horrible growing up life, you have to unlearn at least one thing in your life. And I think that unfortunately, it's just like we all try to be better for our kids or whatever and try not to break them or like do stupid
We try
things
so hard.
or whatever. But unfortunately, like things happen. Like you're never going to be that perfect parent. My therapist says you're never going to be a perfect parent, but you can restore yourself. So like you can keep learning, you can keep trying, you can keep going.
Being an example.
And that is what your kids are going to look up to.
Yeah.
And so like while Robin and Emily could definitely unlearn things, Bobby has a lot to unlearn too.
Yeah.
And she's starting to see that here.
Yeah.
And so I think that's kind of where like yes, everybody has to kind of get there at some point.
Yep.
But
Nope.
yeah.
Completely agree. Yeah.
And then Emily tells her that Travis and Ryan fixed her tire. I knew you were going to be so angry.
Oh,
with
gross.
this.
So I wrote, but I also kind of went back and reread it because I was like, 3 took credit for the tire ish.
Sort of.
He didn't say he did it.
Nope. We aim to please.
Yeah.
Is what he wrote.
Yeah.
So he didn't purposefully say yes or no.
He led her on
And-
nicely.
See, I didn't think it was Travis. I thought it was Alan. When
I figured it was either.
first-
I figured 3 just paid somebody to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't think 3 actually did it.
Yeah,
I don't think the man knows how to change a tire.
probably not.
But yeah, yeah, he led her on.
Yeah, for sure.
Gross.
Yep. So where's the suit?
That's a good question.
Do you know? Have you thoughts?
It's in the psycho house. He hid it in there.
Oh my god.
That's why he wants to keep going on dates there so he can check on it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in the back of his BMW, which it could be.
His Porsche SUV.
Oh, his Porsche. That's what it is. Sorry,
Yes.
not a BMW.
It's a tiny penis vehicle.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what Emily calls it.
Little dick car. Yeah. I was like, nah. That's right. It's a Porsche. Although BMW fits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually joke is big truck, so it's funny to go with the
Yeah,
Porsche
exactly.
SUV is funny. I mean, I think 3's got it stashed somewhere so that somebody doesn't find it and find the missing button. I think
Okay.
he's keeping the lock away from the key
So
in the
that's
same
why
way that
he's
they
looking
are.
for the button.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he can put the pieces together and
Yeah.
then move forward with his plan or not get caught.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's just kind of we have a lock and key situation and he's hiding one and I mean they're obviously stashing
They've got
the other.
Yep.
And so I am curious what she's gonna go do next.
Right.
But I was like, the new Marvel movie writes itself. We have an untrusting only child, a depressed dad, a gay star, and a homeless prison avoiding Poppy. The script writes itself. Let's go. These are your superheroes.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's amazing.
It's like these 4 are unstoppable.
I mean, yeah, for
Besides,
sure.
by parents and
By certain
the
other
IRS and
things. Kevin. She's got to go outside and pee every once in a while.
You're so worried about that.
Yes, I am.
Poor doggo.
Right? Exactly. Poor dog.
Okay, so when I ask you to watch Lolly, you're not coming out over 8 times a day and letting her
Oh,
out,
you have
right?
no idea.
Lolly's like, oh, got 100,000 steps today, thanks to Christina.
Ooh. Come on.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, so last one. Next episode's last before the movie. We've got chapters 32 through 36. Don't take drugs. Duh. There's no coming back from this.
Wait a minute. I've read that somewhere before.
It's the title of the book. Poppy Lively. Bond. James Bond. It really should say Lively. Poppy Lively.
I wonder if there's trademark issues.
Maybe. The Getting Lost Game. And The Braille of Attraction. Are the names. But yeah, anyways, next one's the last one for this, and then we're back into Harry Potter.
I'm so excited to wrap up this book.
I know. You're going to get all your answers, and then you're still going to have some at the
end.
And
then I can sleep at night. Gosh dang it.
It's not like there's actual cliffhangers. There's just certain things where I'm just like, oh, I wonder what's going to like, I really wish there was another book to this.
I mean, I just wrote the prequel and the sequel tonight. Let's go.
Right? Exactly.
No, I did not.
But yeah, okay.
I am not that talented. I will talk about books. I did not write books.
Right? Me neither.
Not that good.
Okay. Well, we will see you guys next time. See you later. Bye.
I'm going to go binge read.
Okay, bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode. If you had fun, please follow, download, and review this podcast on your preferred listening platform.
If you're ready for the next chapter, join the spoiler-free conversation on our Facebook group. Search You Haven't Read What? The podcast.
Or on Instagram and YouTube for exclusive videos and behind-the-scenes content. Have a great week.
And we'll catch you on the next page.